What's up, everyone? How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Today's video, we're going to be talking about another few reasons of why we carry some kind of a weapon, particularly a firearm, or any kind of weapon for that matter. But I got a few articles I wanted to just kind of go over. There's a few of them that are just a few of them that are, examples of why we carry, and maybe one that's a don't be dumb, what not to do type of thing when you're carrying a gun. Anyway, the first one is y'all have heard about those fires going on down in California, in the Los Angeles fires. I don't know. Heard a little bit about it. Haven't really done a whole lot, but looting is on the rise during the catastrophic Los Angeles fires. Southern California is grappling with raging wildfires that have forced over 130 residents to evacuate, with at least 5 lives lost. As firefighters combat the flames, local authorities are addressing another threat: looters targeting evacuated homes and vulnerable communities. So they're already devastated from losing their house and having to leave, and now these looters are coming in and taking stuff. Los Angeles District Attorney Nathan Hochman issued a strong warning Wednesday, emphasizing a zero-tolerance approach to looting, theft, and fraud. Those who seek to profit from the pain and suffering of others will not go unpunished, Hochman stated. He expressed gratitude for his first responders working tirelessly to safeguard lives and property, assuring residents that justice will be served. I hope so. I hope they actually go through with this. It's ridiculous. I mean, why would people? Why would people do that? Like, seriously. I mean, I know why people would do that, but just common sense, the normal common person, why would you do that? But there are not there are some bad people out there. The Pacific Palisade fires, or wait, no. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna reported that 2 arrests for looting had already been made. He issued a stern warning to potential offenders: stay out of these areas. You will get caught, arrested, and prosecuted. Luna stressed that evacuated neighborhoods are off limits to everyone except emergency personnel and authorized residents. The Pacific Palisade fires remain one of the most severe blazes, contributing to the widespread destruction across Southern California. Emergency workers continue to prioritize saving lives and property as officials urge residents to comply with evacuation orders. While looting may not be as widespread as the fires themselves, the DA and the Sheriff's Office remain vigilant, sending a clear message to deter criminal activity during these trying times. Safety tip: if you must evacuate your home, ensure it is locked and secured. Keep valuables out of sight and consider notifying neighbors or local authorities about unattended properties for added vigilance. I mean, there are some people that do some dumb stuff, and there's also another good way to deter that. But I mean, it is California, but still, there's more reasons to carry because dumb people go and do dumb stuff. I mean, it's just a matter of that. I mean, they as certain politicians say, never let a good crisis go to waste. So that it's crisis. These guys have to leave. There's free homes. There's free stuff here. Let's go steal their stuff. And I think, I mean, it is, just stuff. It's just stuff. But I get it. I get it on that. Castle doctrine and stuff like that. But it's just stuff. It's not. It's nobody's lives at stake. But well, it is kind of because of the fires and they have to evacuate. But that's just because they have to evacuate doesn't give any reason to go and steal stuff. I mean, don't be dumb. But anyway, just because of a fire and people have to evacuate, people got to go and do stupid stuff. A reason to carry, I guess. Another one: a Texas homeowner defends family from machete wielding intruder. Corpus Christi, Texas. On the evening of Friday, January 3rd, 2025, officers responded to a shooting incident in the 1600 block of Graham Road. The homeowner reported being threatened by an unknown male intruder armed with a machete. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. That's just a tip from me. According to Corpus Christi Police Department, the suspect entered the homeowner's backyard brandishing the machete and making threatening gestures. Fearing for his life and the safety of his family, the homeowner retrieved a firearm and discharged it at the suspect. The suspect fled the scene, escaping into a neighboring field. Despite extensive efforts by law enforcement, including a canine unit and drones deployed by both the CCPD and the Corpus Christi Fire Department, the suspect has not been located. Local hospitals and emergency rooms were contacted, but no injured individuals matching the suspect's description had been admitted. Texas law under the Castle Doctrine allows homeowners to use force, including deadly force, to protect themselves and others from imminent threats within their home or on their property. In this case, the machete, clearly a deadly weapon, posed a direct danger to the homeowner and their family. This incident underscores the importance of being prepared to defend oneself against potential life-threatening situations. I mean, I don't even know if that's technically castle doctrine there. The guy was in his yard coming at him and with a machete. I'd say that's a life-threatening situation. Yeah, he wasn't in the house. He wasn't very close to them, but he was coming. So, I mean, carry a gun, be prepared. Be prepared and get training and, do what you got to do. Be ready. That's all, and carry. And in Texas, they do have the castle doctrine, which also is, anything in your property or whatever. If they're stealing your car, I think you can technically shoot them, or if they're in your garage or something. And I think that's something that you can shoot them for. I believe that's how that works in those kind of situations. And the suspect is still at large, so hopefully they find him. I mean, it's the 10th or 11th today, so it's been a week. So hopefully they find him, and hopefully he gets what he has coming to him if he tries something stupid like that again. FAFO. Don't do dumb stuff. Be smart. And next one, a store clerk fatally shoots an armed robber who held a gun to his head during a robbery attempt. Interesting. Pageland, South Carolina. A violent robbery attempt at the Highway 9 Mini Mart and Tobacco Store on December 28th, 2024 ended in the robber's death after the store clerk defended himself with a firearm. According to a press release from Chesterfield County Sheriff Cambo Streeter, not good with these names and stuff, so it's Chesterfield County Sheriff Cambo Streeter. The incident occurred at 8:47 p.m. when a black male entered the store brandishing a firearm and placed it to the clerk's head while demanding money. The clerk, who was lawfully armed, responded by drawing his own handgun and firing multiple shots, striking the robber. When deputies arrived at the scene, they found the suspect deceased from gunshot wounds. Surveillance footage confirmed the clerk's account, showing the suspect's actions and the defensive use of the firearm. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division processed the scene, and after consultation with the Fourth Circuit Solicitor Office, it was determined that the clerk acted within the law. Sheriff Streeter emphasized the legal protections afforded to individuals defending themselves under South Carolina's Stand Your Ground law. He stated, "A person who is not engaged in an unlawful activity and who is attacked in another place where he has a right to be including his place of business, has no duty to retreat and has the right to stand his ground and meet force with force, including deadly force, if he reasonably believes it is necessary to prevent death or great bodily harm to himself or another person, or to prevent the commission of a violent crime. I've always thought, and sometimes I still feel like sometimes it's just like, you know what, it's just money. I'm not gonna risk my life over a few dollars in a cash register. Here, take the money. Here, take it. It's not worth dying over. But in some cases, you don't know what's going to happen. If you give him that money, what's he going to? Is he still going to kill you, or is But I mean, most of the time, it's like, I would say, here, take it. Don't shoot. Just here, take the money. Go, have fun. But you're on camera. There's a surveillance camera. You're going to get caught eventually. But stand your ground. To stand your ground, you got a gun at your head. Who knows what could happen? It's like seriously. Some self-defense tips. Protecting yourself in high-risk jobs. Jobs in retail, particularly in convenience stores and gas stations, can be inherently dangerous due to the potential for armed robberies. Clerks often work alone during late hours, making themselves vulnerable targets. Being aware of these risks and taking appropriate precautions is essential. If you are employed in such role, consider training. Invest in self-defense training, including firearm safety and usage if you choose to carry legally. Understanding the law. Familiarize yourself with your state self-defense law and stand your ground laws to ensure you act within your legal rights if confronted with life-threatening situations. Practice situational awareness. Always be alert to your surroundings and recognize warning signs of potential threats. Secure your workplace. Use surveillance cameras, silent alarms, and other security measures to deter criminal activity and to aid law enforcement if needed. By preparing for these possibilities, individuals in high-risk jobs can better protect themselves while adhering to the law. Law or not, if you got a gun to my head, it's you or me, buddy. That's all I'm saying. It's, I'm not gonna just, you have a gun to my head, you better shoot it. You better pull that trigger because if not, it's coming back at you. I don't think the guy was, sometimes these guys just use that gun. They don't have the intention of shooting. They're just using the gun to threaten you. Oh crap, he's got a gun here. Take the money. So even if you do go to pull your gun, he's still not going to pull it. He's still not going to shoot his, but some will. Some, you give them the money, they may still shoot you just, because they can, because I've got a gun and I'll shoot it. It's, it's a tough call on that sometimes. So it's like, that's why I said, you got a gun to my head. That's a risk to my life. It's you or me. If either you pull it or either you pull the trigger or I'm going to pull the trigger. But anyway, get training, be prepared, have situational awareness. Those are the big deals. Is situational awareness. See what's coming in there. Have something readily available on you, near you, by you to protect yourself with. If you're not in a gun state, you got to do the best you can. But in a case like that, would have been pretty tough without a gun. Him having a gun to your head, mace or bear spray may not have been good enough. Bear spray possibly, but it may not have been good enough because he still has a weapon in his hand and he can, just randomly start shooting and he might get you. Be prepared. Stay armed. Stay situational aware of your surroundings. Anyway, the last one here is kind of a what not to do story. It's a 22-year-old injured in a negligent discharge while placing groceries in the trunk. Going grocery shopping, come out to your car, you're loading them up in, and, you're loading them into your car, and bang! So, anyway, San Antonio, Texas. A 22-year-old man suffered a self-inflicted gunshot wound in a parking lot of a West Side HEB, whatever that is. It's probably the grocery store, the name of the grocery store. But on Tuesday morning, the incident occurred around 11:30 a.m. at the 2100 block of Culebra Road as the man was loading groceries into his vehicle. According to San Antonio police, the firearm discharged, striking the man in the face. The wound was described as non-life-threatening, and no other injuries were reported. His mother, who was inside the vehicle at the time, was unarmed. Authorities have yet to confirm whether the firearm belonged to the injured man. An investigation into the incident is ongoing, with questions raised about how the firearm was handled or stored at the time of the discharge. Gun safety and handling. A reminder, this incident serves as a crucial reminder of the importance of proper firearm handling and safety. Negligent discharges can often be avoided with adherence to basic safety measures such as keeping fingers off the trigger until you're ready to shoot, ensure the firearm is unloaded before transport, store them in a securely in cases or holsters. Duh. Safety tip. Always treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Double check the chamber and magazine before handling. Never point the firearm at anything you do not intend to shoot. Basic rules right there. Basic firearm rules. If you're a firearm owner, you know all the rules to it. Keep it in a holster. Don't put it in your pocket. You're loading groceries into the car. How could that have gone off in your face? That's definitely a what not to do. I don't know exactly how it happened, but loading groceries into the car and you shoot yourself in the face. That's an FAFO story right there. But anyway, you just keep your gun in a holster. I'm not saying keep one chambered or don't chambered. There's arguments on both sides of that to keep one in the chamber at all times. I totally get that. I have my things. I don't always keep one chambered, but if I'm going into a sketchy neighborhood, I do, but I hardly go into sketchy neighborhoods. But, some people, they keep it chambered. So there's always a round in that chamber. And a lot of guns nowadays don't have manual safeties. So somehow, something got a hold of that trigger, whether you were, had it up in your pocket or something and it fell out when you were putting groceries in the car and you went to grab it and hit the trigger or what. I don't know, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It's plain and simple. Don't, be smart. Be smart about stuff. And kind of going back to that other article of the looting thing, I had this post on Facebook where they were talking about, and it was on one of those yard sale sites where people go on and sell stuff, and they put at everyone so everyone could see it, and they were complaining that, or asking for help if anybody's seen it or if somebody wants to be honest and bring it back. But they left some stuff outside of their apartment. It was some expensive stuff that they left outside of their apartment and it got stolen. And they put on this post, at everyone, please help, please be honest, please return our stuff. It was kind of expensive. We left it outside of our apartment complex and outside of our door or something, and somebody stole it. And I just got on there and was like, please don't use the at everyone thing, because not everybody cares. Okay. Not everybody. And she got all huffy and was calling me like a victim blamer or something like that. And it's like, I'm not blaming the victim. I'm just pointing out the obvious, be smart. And that wouldn't have happened. Take the stuff inside. You're at an apartment complex. You may not have thought that it was a bad apartment complex. Everybody's cool. Everybody's nice. I know all my neighbors. Don't be dumb. Be smart, and that wouldn't have happened. That's not a gun thing. That's not a thing about guns. That's the thing about being smart. Be smart. Be area study, situational awareness. Be aware of what's out there and who's around, and don't leave stuff outside of your house. That's like the looting thing. Kind of going back to that looting. You leave stuff out for people to take. People are going to take. It's plain and simple. Whether now they have something that's in their apartment that's really nice that you bought for them, or they're going to sell it for money and somebody else is going to have something that you bought for them. Just be smart. Be smart. Don't do dumb stuff. And things like that won't happen. You won't have to be a victim of anything. So anyway, that's the video. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Couldn't do this without you. Wouldn't do this without you. Do the YouTube stuff, the podcast stuff, you know all that stuff. Like, subscribe, comment. Links below for whatever donations if you feel like donating a little bit. If not, hey, cool. Just hit the subscribe button, do the YouTube stuff, do the podcast stuff. Help the channel, help me help you come up with better videos, and it helps a lot. Regardless, just the subscribe helps a ton. If you can't donate, don't donate. If you feel like it, even better. But just do the YouTube stuff. Appreciate y'all, love you. Couldn't do it without you. Wouldn't do it without you. We're families. We're not subscribers. We're family. You're not my subscribers. You're not my followers. You're my family. So we're all in this together. Let's beat this all together and let's get it done. And appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.